Grant, Baggedmilk. How you doing?
Doing very well, my friend. How are you?
Good. We'll get you to weigh in on the topic from this morning. First bar you're hitting when things open up again.
Back at the Crazy Horse. I just need to get somebody to reopen the bar. No, the boring answer, and I know it's going to be boring, but I cannot wait to just go have a beer and wings on the patio at the Pint.
I'll be there with you.
It's one of those. Yeah, exactly. It's been one of those things where, man, it sucks to just not be able to go grab a beer and watch hockey or whatever and just have some wings and do something normal. So I cannot wait to go back to the Pint.
Oh, I miss wings too.
Mm-hmm.
Something about
it's
draft beer.
Like, I've done a couple wing nights, like gone and picked them up from a pub.
It's not
the same as sitting there and having a draft beer.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's the little things.
So how do we do this? How do we discuss the Edmonton Oilers at this point in the season? Should we just be prepared for heartache? Should we just get ourselves ready for that now?
It kind of feels like home, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was watching, I was angry the other night watching the Oilers lose to Montreal for the second straight game, and I was like, you know what? This feels pretty normal to me. This is the most normal I felt in months, actually. So it's sad, but at the same time, it feels like home. Do I think that it's time to press the panic switch? No, it's still early. There's a lot of mistakes going on. Preseason did not happen this year, and guys look sloppy. I think they need to turn around really quickly, though, and if they get blown out in these two games in Toronto, we're going to have a real problem. But I think more so it's the fan base that needs a little pick-me-up to the team right now. I still feel like, listen, they lost the other night, but they didn't look horrible. They played actually pretty decently. They just couldn't score. I just feel once the sights start being dialed in, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Did they ever say what happened? What? Bill everything over there. Did they ever say what happened to Mike Smith?
No, we have no idea what happened to Mike Smith.
Is he even in Edmonton?
Long-term injured reserve.
Long-term injured reserve. I don't know what happened to Mike Smith, but here's my theory that is absolutely baseless. I am now backing into the back half of my 30s. I've woken up and gotten out of bed and had a stiff back for just weeks on end. I think that aging Mike Smith, he got out of bed, he's got a twisted neck, and he can't move, and everybody's too embarrassed to talk about it. That is my theory that I'm putting out there that I have no basis on.
Could have been another pancake breakfast. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, the old Dustin Penner.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us. I sneezed getting out of the shower one time, and I was out for 2 weeks.
So, do we know who's playing tonight, from the defensive side of things? Because they sat bare for some reason. And then we should probably touch on is there any goalie rumors or any hope in hell that we might actually be able to make Koskinen a backup?
I would be shocked if Ethan Bear doesn't get back in the lineup tonight. Yeah. I think that was a very go to your room and think about what you've done type of healthy scratch the other night. Yeah. I do think Chris Russell will stay in favor of Caleb Jones, though, but I would be shocked if Ethan Bear doesn't get back in tonight. As for the goalie, your guess is as good as mine. I'm still waiting for Grant to make his way down to Rogers' place with his pads.
Yep.
This is just
get the old duct tape
scenario that is very odd.
I got to re-duct tape them, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah, this is just a really weird situation, right? So I don't know what the answer is. I think they're just going to ride Koskinen until the wheels fall off. At least that's what it feels like, unless Ken Holland makes a trade here.
Hold on, they have wheels on this thing?
Well, they seem to have fallen off already, but we'll see what happens, right? So I don't know. I don't have a good guess what happens with the goaltending situation. My best bet right now, especially when you consider that if you trade for a guy, he has to quarantine. So that adds to it. I just think they ride Koskinen until Mike Smith comes back. He's supposed to be out for 2 or 3 weeks, and let's hope that that's the case, I guess, but I really don't know how this situation is going to play out. What's interesting, though, is that now, I mean, obviously in hindsight, they should have carried the 3 goalies instead of putting Forsberg on waivers. Obviously got pulled. He got taken. But it's been interesting that they had to come up with a roster where they would have 3 goalies, which is completely abnormal to what you would usually do. So this season is going to be weird.
Optimistically, the Oilers are going to win tonight, and you won't have to worry about this. Realistically, what do you think you'll be eating tonight after the game? Is it beets again, or did you go shopping?
Well, here's the thing. I'm raising money for the Edmonton Food Bank. People can tell me what to get, provided that they make a donation to the Edmonton Food Bank. The problem I have is the requests that a lot of people make, I have no idea where to get it. I've been looking on Amazon for some stuff. I've been looking on the internet for some stuff. I'm learning about new stores around our wonderful city that I did not know existed. So if they do lose tonight, I'll probably just go back to Beats because I do have to run around and get some of these weird things that we just can't find at a normal
K&K Food Liner, that's your friend.
Yeah, K&K Food Liner. We'll probably be able to cover off a couple of items on your list.
See, Locke told me about that one on Twitter the other day, and I had no idea about it, so I wrote it down. I had to. I don't know how I'm going to solve this. Thankfully, Beats are still on the list, I guess if you want to use a term. Thankfully, I suppose.
All right. Thanks for your time today, Baggedmilk.
Thank you as always, boys.